this point in the process, the offenders are hopefully ready to transition into the community. So before they leave the facility, their updated case plans is reviewed with the supervision probation officer in the community, the one who's going to supervise them, and the alcohol and drug programming specialists that work with them in custody, as well as the deputy probation officer that works with them in custody. We also have a mental health clinician available if we need one. So like Lisa said, we have a 3-phase approach to supervision for MS offenders. The first one is the foundation in the community, and we call this phase 1. And at this point, the offenders are put on 2 weeks of GPS monitoring, a minimum of 2 weeks, that is. They have a strict 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and we transition them into residential treatment programs or outpatient if appropriate. And there's another collaborative partner we have with HHSA, and they help us with the transitions into the residential treatment programs. They're a vital part of the process. They also have to attend the status hearings that Ms. Vegas just spoke about, and those hearings are held 30, 45, sometimes 90 days at those intervals, depending on the needs of the offender. And once they meet these milestones and they're in compliance, they can move on to the next phase, which is the foundation in the community. I guess I forgot to mention that in phase 1, they meet with their probation officer a minimum of once a week, more if needed. And in phase 2, if I can get to it, they meet a minimum of 2 times a month. So it's reduced depending on their compliance. And they're continually randomly tested, drug tested, fourth waivers are conducted, and once they are found to be in compliance and they're attending all the court hearings, they have drugs, the drug tests are clean and they're sanction free, they can move on to the final phase, which is promoting self-sufficiency in the community. At this point, they've completed all of their terms of the mandatory supervision. They've gone through their entire case plan, and they're ready to be active, productive members of society again. They have demonstrated that they can remain clean and sober. They're still subject to random drug tests and searches, and they meet with their probation officer once a month or as directed. And the goal here is to maintain social stability, to keep them in education programs, keep them working, and hopefully reduce recidivism. I'll turn it back over to you, Lisa.